I felt like the defense did a good job on Saturday. You know, we held them to 6 points. D-line stepped their game up from last season. You know, they took huge strides, looking bigger and stronger. You know, dominated line of scrimmage. Just different things with assignment and alignment. You know, making sure we're tighter and that kind of stuff. But you know, working hard this week.
The guys up front seem to get a lot of push on a lot of those plays. Those fun to watch when you guys are watching film and seeing those guys driving centers and offensive linemen clearing to the backfield.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's something in the game you don't really see because you're too worried about your own assignment and stuff. So when you do get to watch the film and watch that kind of stuff, it's fun.
What does that do, just having guys of that capability that can impact the game from that spot there in the middle of the defensive line?
It gives you way more confidence in the defense as a whole. You know, when they're disruptive up front, it just helps every level after that. So it helps our job as linebackers and DBs, and so you know it's great.
How does this game help prepare you for LSU?
Well, after game one, there's always some little dinks in here and there, like in the scheme and what our assignments, and everybody has jitters, first game jitters. And so just getting that out of the way and making sure that we come, this week and figure all those things out, get them fixed, and look more polished for our second game.
What are your thoughts on taking on a program like LSU?
LSU, that's a team that everybody, I'm sure I have the same thoughts as everybody else here. You grow up watching LSU, they're SEC school, powerhouse school. They're going to have good athletes, but I'm fully confident that we have just as good athletes and that we can compete with them.
What about going, and I guess it's still somewhat in the air if he's even going to play, but going up against a guy like Darius Geis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been talked about, all over the media so far this offseason. He's a great player. Watching him last season, filling for Leonard Fournette. He's a powerful running back. He can make guys miss, so he's the full package. So we're going to have to contain him if we want to hold him to minimal points.
What kind of perspective does it give you seeing what's going on in Houston?
It's hard to watch. Those families being affected by such a tragedy like that. A lot of people are just worried about where the game's going to be played. But I think the main focus should be, our prayers with those families who are affected by this, and let the game handle itself.
What do you expect to see from their offense? They're in a situation with a new coordinator where you guys were in that position last year. In that sense, what do you expect from them?
Yeah, so their new offense coordinator, he's coming with a new offense that's a lot of misdirection, a lot of shifts, a lot of motions. So try and keep us on our toes and get our eyes in the wrong spots. So as long as we're dialed in, I think we'll be good to go.
How much do you think it will help to have a game under your belt versus taking on a team who hasn't played yet?
Oh, I think it's huge. There's advantages to both. They have film on us from the first game now, and we're going off of film from Pittsburgh last year and their spring game. So, but I think it's a huge advantage for us just to get things out of the way our first game and get the rust off and be clean this game.
One of the things Kalani said after the game is that one turnover isn't enough. You guys feel that hey, we got to ramp that up and do better than we did this?
Absolutely. The whole game every series we're coming on the field talking about we need a turnover, and it finally came at the very end of the game where I'm sure it mattered, but it could have been better in the beginning. But we always try and shoot for three turnovers a game, and so we're for sure going to need a lot of those this game.
With Butch out, how do you think Johnny did as you look at the film?
Johnny did really good. He's the guy who has a high motor. He's obviously not the biggest. But that shouldn't matter. He's coming in, he's flying into plays. For the most part, he's pretty assignment sound. And so I'm sure you'll see a lot more of him as the season goes on.
Did Troy hear it? That one get away?
Yeah, he's heard it from everybody. Obviously me, but that was more in the game. Our dad gave it to him. So everybody, he's heard from everybody.
Is he still over in his career?
He's still over. We won't talk about it too much. We're past that. He's looking to get one in LSU, maybe two. So, yeah.
You're close to getting one.
Yeah, I was close to getting the cup. Was that?
Did you get it as well?
Yeah, I got it. Coach Atagi was out there. He's like, "Oh, hey, Mister, I almost got a pick six," because I guess he assumed I should have picked the one I batted up in the air and it bounced back in the quarterback's arms. I'm looking up in the air like where to go, but yeah, I had a lot of plays I missed out on Saturday, so. Gotta fix that.
Anything else, Fred?